But that's when I knew I had made it in Hollywood.
That's amazing. All right, well, I want to bring in Dr. Elin Singer into the conversation because Joan Rivers suffered cardiac and respiratory arrest while she was doing something that, well, I mean, it wasn't a major surgery. There was nothing wrong with her. She just had a minor elective procedure on her throat at an outpatient clinic. That is when this all went south. That clinic is now being investigated by the New York State Department of Health. And joining me now is Dr. Elin Singer. He's a professor at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai, of course, the hospital where Joan Rivers was being treated and where she died today. Now, just 3 days before she underwent this, again, elective minor procedure, she was doing her show on E! And I just want to play a quick clip of that so our viewers can see that she was indeed the same Joan Rivers she had always been.
People were screaming at her, you can't wear dead animals. And that I want to stand by Charlie. I'm sorry. Yes, you have to wear dead animals because I tried and live ones bite. You must wear dead animals.
I mean, she was clearly in great shape. There was nothing that seemed to be wrong with her. Are you surprised about what happened, that she went in for this surgery and then went into cardiac arrest?
Erin, I am surprised. These procedures are done all over the United States, thousands of them on a daily basis. But bad things
so
happen.
This is a very common procedure.
This is a very common procedure. It's done safely all over the United States every day. So I am surprised. This is an unfortunate event, but a rare event. This does not happen all the time. This is a very big event in the medical community when healthy people, even though she's 81, she's still seemingly healthy.
Right.
When this happens, this is a big event, and I'm confident that the Department of Health will come to the bottom of it.
So Dr. Singer, this minor elective procedure in her case took place at an outpatient clinic. Is that then also common, because you're saying it happens all across the country every day? Was there more risk because it was done not in a hospital?
Right. Well, I mean, there is more risk because it's not in the hospital, but it's not to say that it's not done in a safe way. Mm-hmm. You can do these procedures on healthy people in an outpatient facility safely. It's done all the time. Age is not a contraindication to doing these procedures outside a medical facility. The most important event is the patient's health.
And so, is there more risk when you're older because of the general anesthesia or something? What would have happened? It's just a part of this natural procedure.
Of course, there's more risk, but that's up to the medical professionals to mitigate. Are you doing a small procedure on a healthy elderly person? That's okay. I do procedures in my office in an operating room all the time in a safe way, but unfortunately bad things happen, and it's too soon to really determine what exactly happened.
All right, well, it sounds like it's very appropriate then that they're doing an investigation. All right, Dr. Singer, thank you. Nichelle, thank you. And joining me now on the phone is a friend and colleague of Joan Rivers, Chief News Correspondent Ken Baker. Ken, you also worked with Joan over the years, and of course had worked with her very recently, and she was, right? Was there anything that would have indicated she was weak, or that this was anything other than a minor routine procedure?
You know, it's actually the absolute opposite of slowing down. She had a full schedule. I personally saw her here last Tuesday, just 2 days before that unfortunate incident that landed her in the hospital. And she was vigorous. She was actually rushing out after taping an extra long episode of The Fashion Police here at E! At the studio, and she was jumping on a plane to get back to New York because she had so much to do. And in fact, the day after the procedure that she had scheduled, she had a scheduled performance, I believe, in New Jersey, and she had an absolute full schedule. There was no slowing down. And I have to say, you know, it's been a very difficult day, not only for the world, I mean, fans everywhere, but around here. Honestly, we just wrapped our E! News. We shoot in the same studio as the Fashion Police, and you know, you really learn that expression, heavy heart, because you really feel it, and we've all been feeling it. And she's a part of our family, and it's been a very, very difficult day. And we're all just trying to stay focused on what Melissa said in her statement, which was her mother would want us to remember the laughter. And that's, I think, after all this grieving, all the mourning that we're doing, the pain of this loss, I think her enduring legacy is going to be her humor, her laughter, the levity that she brought us all. And we're hoping and looking forward to that time where we can get to that place.
You know, Ken, I was reading the obituary in the New York Times, which I thought was just beautifully written, and Joan Rivers, had made jokes about death. She made jokes about her husband's suicide. One of the quotes was, talking about her husband, she said, "After Edgar killed himself, I went out to dinner with Melissa. I looked at the menu and said, if Daddy were here to see these prices, he'd kill himself all over again." There was nothing that was beyond, that was too much, that she couldn't make some kind of a joke about. What was she like to work with? What was she like as a mentor to you?
Well, she was a very gentle Joan. I guess that's what I like to call her, because she had this very kind of, rough exterior. She could tell those very harsh jokes. She didn't pull any punches. But really, she was a very gentle person. And you mentioned the suicide of